different. It's a different mindset that you got to get into. I don't know if I'm really into it. Keep this. We're just gonna go Flooded Strand pass here. We have no idea what our opponent's playing, so I don't really know what I'm looking for with Serum Visions. The Bant approach deck looks really terrible. It doesn't seem appealing at all. If we were gonna play something controlling, it'd probably be like the cycling deck or the Grixis Grixis control deck. I also just like, you know, it's a lot of effort to learn standard. And if I have, I mean, generally I enjoy mid-range. Excellent. Excellent. Who's excited to die to Tron? I did cut the spreading seas from Blue Eye Control to play ops, so you know, we had spreading seas in my opener, we'd probably be less upset right now. This for Azcanta is great. Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and fetch Temple Garden here and cast this. It's good. It's a good record. 1.5 turns to regret the decisions I'd made. Having played the Tron side of the Blue Eye Control matchup where they have all those spreading seas before, I really feel like the matchup is still good for Tron. Oh, yay! My opponent's playing the bad Tron deck. Yay! Everything got so much better. We were sad on like the first turn, but now we're really happy because they put shitty cards in their Tron deck. That's so exciting. Is anyone else as excited as I am right now? I'm super excited for my opponent's poor life choices. I'd like to put Path to Exile in your graveyard. I would. I don't think so, actually. I think I'd like that. I think I'd like a Path to Exile. Oh, you know what? Do I want to play? I don't actually want to play Gideon, right? Then get Reality Smushered? I think I want to chill on Reality Smusher. Yeah, before there was just like no way we could possibly win, and now my opponent has elected to put a bunch of bad cards in their deck, so we have a chance. All right, I'm gonna go. Do I want to draw Kitchen Finks? Is that like where I'm at in my life? It's probably not very good, right? So I'm gonna bottom that, and I think I'm gonna top this with the intention of binning it. You chugged that red water, child. Huh? Oh, you know what? If they thought not me. Oh, good. Is it just Reality Smasher? All right. That's cute, opponent. Did you know your card doesn't work? Are you aware that your card is broken? Card broken. Click that one. Oh, they fixed it. They fixed it. Well, that's sad. They fixed it. I would have discarded this. Now you just don't get to choose or unchoose. God, Magic Online is so great at their fixes. The bug happens randomly now. Okay, well, apparently once you click on the card, it's just gone. It doesn't ask you for a prompt, like... It doesn't ask you for a prompt. I didn't mean to discard this Path to Exile. If I would have known we were going to have to discard, I would have discarded this Breeding Pool. Now I'm going to file for comp, because... it works differently, and the interface has changed, and it's confusing and scary. I would love to transform my search for Azcanta, thank you. Match it with your dad. I love you, youngest son. Do I want to just give this the D? Their deck's pretty bad at assembling Tron. Yeah, I'm gonna give this the D. Bath would be really good right now, I concur. Instead, it's in my discard pile because Magic Online is a quality piece of software.
That's her pick. That's her pick. That's her pick.
Endbringer. Man, if only I had a fucking Path to Exile to just like, you know, if only I had a Path to Exile to make this card, you know, not matter.
That's her pick.
You want to pick?
That's her pick. That's her pick.
If only I would have had some answer to this card.
That's her pick. That's her pig. Pig. That's her.
Declan, you need to go sit down. Go play with your toys. Nope, you're not sitting on Dad's lap.
That's her pig.
You want to pick?
That's her pick.
Okay, you can pick.
That's her pick. That's her pick. That's her pick. That's her pick. That's her pick.
What do you want?
That's her pick.
Like, some of that is English. I keep getting the word pick out of there, but I don't know what the rest... Dad, pick. I don't know what you want me to pick, though.
That's her pick.
Alright,
That's her pick.
let's activate this now, because I can find a path, right? Oh, you want to listen to music over the headphones? Okay, I'm gonna put music on for you. Y'all don't hear that music, right? That's just over the headphones for him. I believe I've sorted it correctly.
That's her pick.
No, if you want to watch a show, you gotta watch a show on the TV.
That's her pick. That's her pick. That's her.
Good. Look at that. Ain't that good technology? Almost like I know how to set up a stream. I should hold this to bend to a smasher, probably. I guess I can play this Gideon plus hold up a search activation, though. Which is appealing / Cryptic Command. Yes, Declan.
Try again.
Try what?
Try again.
Try what again?
On the here again. Did that. Try again. There's per.
Alright, well, they're running mostly on E here. Alright, there's a ghost quarter for my Azcanta. It's a little sad. It's a little sad. I did get to draw 2 cards, though, so to go ahead and do this. It's not your turn. It's not your turn. Anti-Trumpet with the $4.99 a month subscription. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate it. As always, subs are the best way you can support my content here. You're gonna have to get off Dad's lap if you keep yelling. You can't play with the mouse while Dad's working. Declan just discovered if he moves the mouse, the cursor moves around on his screen, and he likes watching the cursor move around on his screen. Oh, you know what? I should have gotten an island there, right? Because I need 6 blue to cast both of these in a turn. Did we hit a TKS here? You can listen to music, and you can sit on Dad's lap, but you can't have the mouse, okay? Another Endbringer, sure. Looking for Snapcaster Mages, looking for another path. This lets me cantrip into a Snapcaster Mage, which is nice. Supreme Verdict, that'll do pig. It's gonna be top, right? Because I can Field of Ruin this Cavern of Souls and make my Cryptic Commands better. Oh, they have Scavenger Grounds to exile. Exile graveyards, sure. Alright, Snapcaster Mage wasn't good. He listens mostly to, like, swing type music. He likes upbeat type stuff. things with fast tempos. Hey, Zintoth. How is Chad performing for you? Love blue-white control. I think this card's really good. I think Gideon of the Trials is one of the cards that made blue-white control in general much better. It's a card that's an answer that's also a pretty quick clock, which is like exactly what this archetype was lacking. I think I just need to Field of Ruin this now, which is a little sad that I have to shuffle away the third Cryptic that's on top of my deck, but if they draw an Eldrazi next turn, I just want my Cryptic Commands to be on. I do have a Discord channel. If you just link your... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for hitting that for them. Just link them up and they'll be sunk automatically. Man, remember how sad we were on turn 1 that our opponent might be playing the good Tron deck? And like now we're winning the game?
Ow!
I was so sad that they could have potentially been playing the good Tron deck. Now they have 1 card in their hand, and I have 2 Cryptic Commands. I have 8 mana, and I can cast 2 Cryptic Commands, so we're just gonna pass the turn here. Yeah, right? Like, this Detention Sphere on the map might have even been wrong, because they just, like, don't do anything when they have Tron. And, like, instead of having, like, Ulamogs in their deck right now, they have, like crappy cards. They have some lands that let them draw cards, so I'm gonna counter this and return this to their hand because it kills their clock and their way to pressure Gideon. This is game 1. This is game 1. Sure. I haven't shown them any green cards yet, so I'm probably not going to cast this. Like, we have Cryptic Command to stop whatever they want to do next turn, so I think we're just going to attack them. Well, I mean, we basically cut Spreading Seas for opt, so it was worse than Spreading Seas would have been against the Tron deck, believe it or not. Believe it or not, worse than Spreading Seas against the Tron deck. There's no reason not to counter this. Just like, let's not risk them having a land that does something. They have 0 cards in hand, let's just counter their spell and kill them. What do I want to board? I want to board these Disdainful Strokes in. Declan. Or my Magic Online is locked up and I'm not gonna get to sideboard. Alright.
What's on? That's her pick? That's her pick?
See if we can load back in real quick here.
That's her pick. That's her pick.
Yeah, Negate would come in against Realtron, but not Eldrazi-tron.
That's her pick. 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 That's her pick.
Yep, Spell Snare's coming out if we get to sideboard.
That's her pick.
Our main deck Negate's gonna come out. I'm just gonna bring in these Disdainful Strokes, is all we really want. Declan, you have to stop playing with this, buddy. I'm not sure if you jamming with the inline controls is what locked up the computer. I need you to chill out. I'm sorry. I know you're upset. Cut those two, I think. No, Jacob. I don't really care about all this dust, though, right? I've got like 2 Detention Spheres that I care about. It's like all we really care about.
No.
I have a Sigarda. I can play. I think the gate's kind of narrow. I think 2 strokes and a logic not as fine. Especially considering like our opponents can have Cavernous Souls in a non-zero amount of games, so like. Yeah, it's a Glittering Wish card for burn. Decks I hate losing to: Burn and Lantern Control. Those are the decks I hate losing to more than anything. My opponent boarded in Graph Digger's Cage. God bless you, opponent, and your crappy Graph Digger's Cage. This is not a card you should board it against blue-white control.
This one.
No, I'm not sitting there. I'm sitting here. You can sit in that chair if you'd like. Man, fuck Ancient Tomb. Why is this card legal? Why is this a thing that's allowed to happen to me? Why is this a thing that's allowed to happen in this format? This is the only reason this deck is close to playable. Like, it's a much worse Greentron deck, but like sometimes it gets to go Ancient Tomb, cast Thought Knot Seer. Like that's God, I am just such a glorious fucking professional here. Just like when you think about skilled magicians, I hope my name comes to the top of the list. That's what I'm hoping happens, chat. When you think about people who are skilled magicians, you think, you know who's a skilled magician? Jeff Hogland's a skilled magician. Yeah, Ancient Tomb where they didn't have to take damage, exactly. Heroes Reunion kills Death Shadow. That is a thing that happens, isn't it? It is target player. That's hilarious. That's fantastic. Truly fantastic. I didn't even think about that. It's just there because I hate burn. But it's a good upside. I like that. I like that upside. We banned Eye over Temple because Wizards of the Coast is bad at balancing their game. Because they don't understand which cards matter and which cards don't. That's the answer. And they'll tell you that, well, we don't balance for older formats. It's like, well, you're just like lazy and don't want to think about the things you're doing. The actual answer is probably that they really didn't want people to Eldrazi mimic other people. Just the most professional Magic player there ever was. Jeff Hogland. Jeff Hogland, the most professional Magic player there ever was.
My arm.
Your on is charging. Your mother forgot to plug it in again last night.
My arm is charged.
And your father forgot to check. So it's on both of us. We both forgot.
This one card, there's a card, there's a card, there's a card, this card, this one, This one. A batch.
The Discord server is for subscribers.
Batch. Shoes. Yeah.
What you got? Walking Ballista. Ding. All right, so we got what? 4 looks at a land here on top land. Bottoming all non Ayo. Magic's tough. Let me tell you about games that are tough. Like Temple Garden. Am I taking Temple Garden at this point? I guess I can just fetch Breeding Pool. It would have been that. I don't think I really want that. I'll fetch a Breeding Pool here. It's putting us to 10, but like I have Kitchen Finks to buffer our health total back up, so I don't think that's too big of a deal. To flip this over next turn, so I don't really need another land for that perspective either. Dang it, Declan. Oh. Which one do you want to pick? You want dinos?
No.
This is good for us. This is gonna name the flip side of this, and then I can just keep using it to filter. Although I guess I could flip it and then play this one out, just ramp up a little bit.
No.
You want VR troopers?
No.
You want masks?
No.
Animals? Okay, do I want to put island into my graveyard? Yeah, I think I do. I think I'm in for binning that. I think I actually am going to transform this even though I can't activate it, because I would like to just have an extra land in play. Pretty sure I'd like to just have an extra land in play, especially since I have this other one in my hand to play out. Well, I guess I could theoretically save that to bin to a Reality Smasher down the line. Snapcaster that doesn't do anything. Bottom this other one. Top the Serum Visions. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and play this. Oh, this stops my Kitchen Finks too. That's awkward. That's awkward for me. Okay. Yeah, Urborg plus I can't cast Thought Not Seer. That's the God's honest truth. I believe I'm just trading here, even though there's this Grafdigger's Cage in play. None of the results here are particularly exciting for us, so... Oh, you know what? I should have left that Snapcaster on top of my deck, right? Because I could have just binned it with the Search for Azcanta. Although I guess I kind of want Snapcaster Mage in my deck. Because that way... after I kill this, I could use them. That's probably fine. I'm gonna fetch a basic island here. Go ahead and play the Serum Visions. Kitchen Finks, a Cryptic Command to Serum Visions. Yeah, I'm in the market for all of these, I think. We'll go top here. So cast this Kitchen Finks. Not a super exciting card, but mostly fine. They had like a TKS, but you just get to flash and Snapcaster Mage in response and like have 5 power. Wonder if they boarded out their chalices. Yeah, Burn's always one of the best decks in Modern. Almost always one of the best decks in Modern. Very good. We have a thing where we meant to tap Squidbilly mana. We got your opponent. We just don't want them to have Endbringer as the card we want to dodge here. Have they gone through one of those yet? That was the last game, right? Yeah, it was last game. 4 is just a Walking Ballista. We're not going to bin this because we have a Serum Visions on top. We're going to draw a Cryptic Command into another Cryptic Command. Sign me up. You know, again, nah, I might Cryptic into whatever. Okay. Nah, I think Reunion's great. I think I want a card that like says "fuck you, burn, you're dead" when we draw it. I think that's what I want out of life, is a card that says "no burn, you lost the game. Please try again later." Counter your spell, draw a card. Hey, Tony V. Brand new 49 month subscription. Thank you very much and welcome. As always, subs are the best way you can support my content here, so I really appreciate that. Morning to everyone that's hanging out today. Do you want to put Glittering Rish in your bin? No, do not want to bin that one. Let's go find a win condition, shall we? I'm doing well, C-Unit. Morning. Love to use this ability. Man, what if I just got Fracturing Gust here? I tap my lands wrong, so I can't cast it. I just want Sigarda. God, Fracturing Gust is pretty good. God, why did I tap my lands wrong? Oh, I couldn't have tapped my lands differently, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get Fracturing Gust. Let's do it, chat. Let's live on the edge. I can tell you about cards that sound great. Got the Snapcaster Mage in my hand. I've got this Azcanta in play. Just, let's get him. Let's just gain some life and get him.
Wait for more. Wait for my wait. Or in my cheek. In my cheek.
Okay, hitting Cavern of Souls is annoying. Sure. Walking Ballista. Gideon Jura into your discard pile. Nope. In the market for that one. Dash Ups is a really terrible Magic card. Don't give your opponent choices. Punisher mechanics are really bad. Don't give your opponent the option to do things. I'm so glad our opponent is nice and decided to play the bad Tron deck. Like, so excited. So they pass priority here. So in response to this trigger, I'm gonna go ahead and cast this Fracturing Gust, so that way my Kitchen Finks comes back. Gain 6, then gain 2 more. The coin's all gone, buddy. There you go. Alright. Sweet. What else we got, opponent? Deal Okay, okay, you got a relic, sure. There's a deck list on your screen. Literally on your screen. I'm gonna tap out for this one, and then next turn I can play this holding up Cryptic Command still. Like, they haven't had any action so far, so just like waiting, letting them have a window to play something seems fine. Also, if they draw Eldrazi, I like can't Cryptic Command them anyways, so might as well just jam. Might as well just jam. All is dust. Smells like all is dust. Yep. Good beat. Play this out. Get an emblem. Pass the turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold Cryptic up rather than jam this Sphinx in.
Monkey snacks?
You know, monkey snacks? You are a tiny monkey, so that's appropriate. Here you go. Enjoy your monkey snacks. I mean, the opponent's deck really doesn't do much with Tron, to be fair. Their deck's a pretty crappy Tron deck. Are they dismembering my Gideon? Alright, now I feel kind of bad about having played this Kitchen Finks out, because I could have played this other Gideon post-combat instead. Nope. Did they hit, Thought Not Seer? So you're gonna get punished for not having played this Gideon out? That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. They're getting pretty punished for my miss sequencing there. How many pass am I through? Just 2. Eldrazi Tron is better against control. I don't think that's true at all. I think this type of matchup is not bad for regular Tron, and I think it's pretty bad for Eldrazi Tron. Just pretty consistently anemic on my opponent's side. Yeah, you can watch us 2-3 a league immediately afterwards. Decks like that are really good until you start playing against good modern decks. By good modern decks, I mean decks with Tron lands and Valakut to them. No, I don't think so, JW. Like, they had to have, like, do they draw? They have another All Is Dust here? They have another All Is Dust. Wow, what a beating. Just getting super punished for my sequencing here. I could have drawn cards with that Jace, but instead I wanted to, like, play around a Reality Smasher, and they had a second All Is Dust. Man, are we gonna lose this? Yeah, probably not. We've got Colonnade here, and they don't have a Ghost Quarter anymore. Hopefully they attack me with this Thought Not Seer, and I get to end step the Snapcaster Mage and untap and just, like, crack them for a bunch. Alright, that's good. That's good. You don't have to think I'm right. Eldrazi Tron is worse than regular Tron against control because Eldrazi Tron doesn't get any of the free wins that Tron gets, combined with the fact that a lot of control's meaningful interaction is reasonable against them. They drew Ghost Quarter, they had Ghost Quarter, and they drew Reality Smasher. Well, I mean, when you're good, you're good. When you're good, you're good. Field of Ruin. That doesn't really do anything for me just yet. Yeah. And I gave them outs to have this, right? Like if I'd have sequenced a little bit better, like I probably should have down-ticked my Jace aggressively. My opponent's definitely drawn well, but like I gave them room to draw well against us. I don't think I want to trade 2 Snapcasters and a Finks for this Reality Smasher. I'm gonna go ahead and just kill this Cavern of Souls now. I'm unfortunately gonna let them know that their Ghost Quarter is a wasteland. Yeah, I think so, Burgle. I think that could be a thing too. Just like it was too cute. It's like fucking Ghost Quarter right here, chat. Yeah, I think there's like 2 parallels. I could have gotten the Sigarda. Yeah, that's true. We can definitely time them out. I'm gonna take one more draw to Supreme Verdict here, or Wrath of God. That's unfortunate for us. Alright, well. Alright, well, we flooded out. I guess I'm gonna make them kill us because they're down on clock. Make them kill us because they're down on clock. Yeah, this is still our first match. I punted this game pretty badly. Chose not to get Sigarda, and then they had double all his dust. And, like, ended up never doing anything with these Snapcasters. I think I'm actually gonna board some of these Snapcaster Mages out just because they have, like, so many relics and shit. Alright, that's sweet for us. Let's go ahead and play these. I get to Chump Worm plus double the Thought Knot. All while burning my opponent's clock a little bit faster. Let's draw 2 cards here, so like maybe it's not the end of the world. Probably should have played the Hinterland Harbor out. Holding 2 lands is wrong. Alright, Detention Sphere. So you're saying there's a chance. Path to Exile, please.
In my bowl.
Alright.
Monkey in my bowl.
Eat monkey snacks in your bowl? Yeah, opponent does not like Dread. We're dead here, but I'm just gonna let them click through and kill me here since they're playing so slowly. We're up for 4.5 minutes. Rats, they saw the line. I think I really have anything to cut to take these Snapcasters out, though. It's just kind of unfortunate. I guess these Negates might be fine. I guess I'll bring in a Disenchant. They have a lot of artifacts. From one of these. Yeah, let's do that. It kills Wormcoil, too. Let's do that. We have Glittering Wish in our deck, so a lot of these cards in our sideboard are cards that we go fetch with Glittering Wish. So Verdict is great, but by leaving it in my sideboard, I get 4 virtual copies of it. So, like, looking at a line that you took and going, well, the way the game ended up playing out, I would have been better off taking the strictly worse line. Like, that's how you get... That's not how you improve at Magic. Like, the reason why games like this are difficult to play is because in addition to making a lot of decisions, you have to make a lot of what are called percentage plays. And a percentage play means that just because you made the right decision doesn't mean you're going to automatically have the outcome that you are looking for. And that's okay. Like, that's what makes them interesting. It's what lets any player beat any other player in any given game of Magic the Gathering. But, like, looking back on that last turn and going, well, if you wouldn't have double blocked the Thought-Knot Seer, you would have given yourself one more turn but one less draw. And, like, it's not a good way to look at the game. It's results-oriented thinking at its finest. It's just, you want to focus on making correct decisions with the information that you have, and then if things don't go wrong, it's worthwhile to go back and analyze, well, should I have made a different decision with the information that I have? But, like, coming to the conclusion that you should have made a different decision based on future information that you didn't have at the time, like, that's not good gameplay. That's not going to help you get better at what you're doing. Like, it's not useful in the slightest. It's not, like, actionable information that you can improve your game with. That's like going, well, if I could see the future, I'd have made a different decision. It's like, well, we can't, so, like, thinking about it isn't really worthwhile. It doesn't have any meaningful impact on, like, what we're doing. I think I'm just, like, logic nutting anything they play here. Grab a Hallowed Fountain. I think we'll just play Kitchen Finks next turn then. Yeah, I don't even think it was different fetching. I think it just should have been, I think what I should have done was, I should have just gotten Sigarda and, like, killed them. It would have insulated us against the All Is Dust as they already had, and, like, even if they didn't have those, I would have just, like, killed them, right? So, like, that would have been good for us as well. In the end, it doesn't even matter anymore. They have 4 minutes, so I'm just gonna pass. There's no reason for me to attack them. Yeah, I think this deck is really sweet. Enjoying it a lot. We played it in a league once before. It's another Matter Reshaper. God bless. God bless us, everyone. No blocks. Yeah, I agree. It was really interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this Opt. I think I'm gonna... Do I want this land? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna Field of Rune them off this Eldrazi Temple since they're missing land drops. It gives them an extra mana this turn, but it takes them off of mana overall. No, Ugin, sometimes they have one Ugin. But outside of the one Ugin, they do not, because All Is Dust can't clean her out. It's like if they have, like, a Dismember here, they could potentially, like, keep a Matter Reshaper. But if they don't, they're in a lot of trouble. They do have a Dismember. Yeah, how they boarded was really strange. They just have so much removal in their deck. Hit another Eldrazi Temple. Alright. I think I'm playing this. I'm gonna be a little bit sad if they smusher me, but I think that just is what it is. I think I just like bidding path if they smusher me here. No, I have a Screecher. Screecher's here. I'm gonna block this, gain my health. It does let them draw another card to potentially get a big scary, which kind of sucks. Pithing Needle. Yeah, I don't care about that one currently. And they didn't flip it into play, which is smart. They want to wait and see what they should be doing. It's a Ballista. Yeah, I do believe it does look like they fixed the Reality Smasher bug. At least that's what it looked like earlier. I'm just gonna pass here for now. Again, we're at 18. They have 2.5 minutes on their clock. Like, do I really care about this? I don't think so. I'm No, there's just too much Valakut and Tron online. If your local format doesn't have a lot of Valakut and Tron, it's probably great, but like, I'm just tired of losing. I won't be spending my own money to play that deck. Let's give it that TLDR. That's not a deck I'm going to spend my own money to play. This is fine, right? I'm just gonna untap and Verdict. Take 3, go to 14. They can get Cavern with Map. I mean, I don't think I really care about that. Like, I have a Cryptic Command, and like, if they get Cavern, I can just bin it to a Path to Exile. So like, well, my Cryptic Command's not a dead card when it can't counter spells. Like, if I had Disdainful Strokes, that's something to think about, but I don't think that's very meaningful. Ratchet Bomb, sure. Cards we don't care about for 200. Glittering Wish. I don't think I really want to get anything yet. I guess I could get Sigarda, but like, again, I feel like I'm just on like damage control. I could get Geist of St. Traft and just like run them down. Okay, Geist of St. Traft. Is that real? That feels real. Ratchet Bomb goes to 1, Geist sets them to 10. Ratchet Bomb goes to 2, Geist sets them to 4. Yeah, I guess Geist of St. Traft just kills them, doesn't it? Let's do that. Like, leaves Cryptic down for a turn. Another Ghost Quarter, sure.
Is it Dad?
Declan, you need to get down, buddy.
Is it Dad?
I said Dad.
Dad.
Oh yeah, I have Disenchant.
Dad.
We're so good. So good at this.
Dad.
Oh, hi, buddy. Yeah, man, your Ratchet Bombs are charging. Look at that. On the time them out plan, but we actually get to kill them. This is one of the things I really like about the Glittering Wish.
Yes.
The Glittering Wish deck in Modern is that, like, I get to play 4 Geist of St. Traft in my deck, but I don't have to have 4 Geist of St. Traft in my deck. Like, when Geist of St. Traft is good, it's the best card you could possibly have, but when it's bad, it's, like, unplayable bad. So, like, I'm just gonna go ahead and get my Cryptic on now. Just counter, target spell, draw a card. Declan is very funny, and he knows he's funny. Don't you, toddler? Do you know you're funny, toddler? You're big.
No, I love it.
Ow.
That's big heart.
That was Dad's testicle that she stepped on. I think I'm allowed to say that on the internet. Am I allowed to say testicle on the internet, chat? Does anyone know? Is that legal? Is it legal to say testicle on the internet? I'm gonna go top here and draw this Glacial Fortress.
No, shoot me.
It's not legal? Oh no. Oh no, Declan, we're gonna get in trouble.
This
I don't really care about these Ratchet Bombs, right? I'm gonna like... I'm gonna bottom that, top this. I should leave double white up. I mean, it's not strictly worse, but it's gonna be much worse in a lot of spots, is like what it comes down to. D-Sphere's not exiling anything. They dismembered the thing we were exiling in response because they had 2 Matter Reshapers. They get a redraw with Seagate Wreckage here, but Disdainful Stroke should stop anything they could possibly be doing.
Mommy, Dad, Mommy.
All right. People on Magic Online play far too slowly. They were talking about the clock system in Arena yesterday, and it actually sounds really sweet, where, like, you kind of bank time when you play faster. So, like, if you play quickly, you can, like, take a long time on the turns where you need to tank, which sounds really sweet. Morning, everyone. Hanging out here today, afternoon, wherever you're in the world. Thanks for joining us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a TCG player and content producer hanging out playing some Modern this morning. We're playing a blue-white control deck that's splashing green for a Glittering Wish package out of the sideboard. If you're enjoying what you see, please make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see and you want to help support my content, the best way you can do that is by subscribing on Twitch. Help support myself financially directly so I can spend more time producing content like this and less time doing other things. You know, support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you get 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, bags. They really do it all. And finally, SpareDeck.com. They offer kind of a unique service that will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. You can rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month with them. It's a great service if you want to try a deck like this, or you want to, you're someone that plays mostly online and plays in paper on occasion. Like, if I go to SCG Indie next month, I'll probably be getting my deck from SpareDeck. Jeff, you are right about Legacy stream sniping being bad. Another stream is playing Show and Tell. Opponent takes 2 minutes to cast duress at the right time. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of sniping in Legacy. We're taking a short Legacy hiatus on this stream. Ratchet Bomb might be slow. I wasn't talking about the context of my opponent's deck. I was answering the context of a question in chat, Hivemind. Someone in chat asked, should they play Ratchet Bomb over EE with Renegade Rallier? And if they're Renegade Rallier, they probably have 3 or more colors in their deck, which makes Engineered Explosives better. Ratchet Bomb is probably the least bad card for my opponent's terrible deck to be playing, but, like, the entirety of my opponent's deck is really bad. So, like, they should just be playing regular Tron. How Declan sounds in the background, that's how I feel about Eldrazi Tron. I have no idea why you would choose to register Tron lands and then not put a bunch of cards in your deck. The decks that are unplayable in Modern play unplayable cards. Like, and Eldrazi Tron's not unplayable, but it's much worse than regular Tron. You should, if you're gonna go through the trouble of putting Tron lands in your deck, put cards in your deck. It's not tough. It's not rocket science. All right, I think we're gonna go top here. I'm just, like, interested in making all these land drops. Next turn we'll go Glacial Fortress, search for Azcanta. Thanks for the bit, Sam Phil. Why play card when you can play? Yeah, exactly, right? Like, Aether Vial. Oh no, chat. Our hand just got much worse. Basic Island Aether Vial. Well then. And this is the risk you run into playing an interactive deck in Modern, right? Monkey, you want more monkey snacks? I've got 9 empty monkey snacks over here. Like, we're playing this deck. We're hoping our counter spells are going to be good. Our opponent goes turn 1 Basic Island Aether Vial. Like, all of a sudden, we've got all these counter spells in our hand. It's just like, I think no, I'm gonna keep this plains, right? Am I? No, I want the plains. I'm just gonna go ahead and wish for a verdict right now. Go. I've not played straight mono blue Tron. I've not. At least that deck's doing, like, something genuinely different than regular Tron. It's probably worse than green Tron still against the format, but, like, I would spend more time playing Modern leading into it. You can ask me next month. Next month, I'm going to be probably going to the Modern Open in Indianapolis. So, like, I will have been honing in on deck lists right now. I mean, lots of tier 4 decks scoop to burn, right? That's why they're tier 4. Yeah, Giftron was sweet. That was a neat deck. Would you like to put Snapcaster into your bin? I don't think I do, actually. I think I wanna snap the Serum Visions. It's like forces my opponent to like commit more into the board here, which is nice. Hopefully we don't die next turn. I could like go Lord, untap, play 4th land, play 3rd Lord, kill us, potentially. I think I'm just going bottom here. I think I just need some spot removal. Kitchen Finks likely won't be able to block anything. Yeah, I assume we're gonna die here. Probably Lord, untap Lord. Just kill me. Another Lord will be a 12 ball. Oh, 2 Lords is lethal. Yeah, I think Burn is a great, like, if Burn was the deck that will like is what you had to like pass to be interactive in Modern, like your removal's okay against them. They have like an okay clock, but if you're interacting with them, you get some extra turns. Like, I think Burn is the ideal litmus test for Modern. It's pretty split. It gets Verdict, Geist, and Detention Sphere a lot. Against combo, it gets Meddling Mage, but yeah, there's like, and our wish package actually isn't that large, right? Like, it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 cards. I guess that's quite a few. Yeah, there's like probably Geist, Verdict, Meddling Mage are the ones that gets the most. Oh, we're just gonna die to the Mutavault next turn, right? Is how this is gonna work. Yeah, we're pretty dead here. That's just how the cookie crumbles. It's just how the cookie crumbles. I really don't, and this is the very real downside to how this deck is built. I really don't have cards to bring in here because like half our sideboard is taken up by this wish package, right? So we gain some utility in the main deck, but in these post-board games, we don't gain as many percentage points against a lot of decks as you do in just a normal control deck because you just don't have the sideboard slots to bring in a lot of things. Haven't seen it, can't give an educated opinion on it. I think there probably aren't enough people working on Merfolk to tell you whether or not a particular version is better or worse than the others, boss. I think overall Merfolk's like a bad version of humans right now. I think Merfolk and humans do very similar things, but the disruptive elements in humans are better against some of the better decks in Modern, like Affinity and Valakut and Storm. No idea, I have mine. Can't keep this. Like, I feel like 2 lands, no cantrip, and just like kind of mediocre stuff. This is my favorite thing about Magic the Gathering. It's the mulligan, the close 7 into the unkeepable 6. I mean, I'm topping that and we're fetching it away. No, I don't think so. Disenchant's there so I can board it in. We need to kill enchantments or artifacts. You can do that with Detention Sphere. Cards. I don't even know what this 5 looks like. I'm pretty sure this first. I'm just gonna cast Glittering Wish and grab Verdict here on 1 or on 2. Sorry. Let's like do this now. No Vial on 1 definitely makes our Supreme Verdict better. Vial definitely lets our opponent play around the Supreme Verdict nicely. Yeah, the Humans deck has an aggressive clock, and it has a lot of really powerful disruptive elements. It's a very, very just genuinely good Magic the Gathering deck. I'm gonna fetch Hallowed Fountain tapped here, and then cast the Serum Visions, just preserve my health total. God, what a beating. I guess I should have... No, there's no reason to fetch this untapped. It's like exactly opt or Serum Visions into no other land that punishes us there. But like... I wanted to fetch so that way I didn't have to shock on that land. What's going on, the White Ninja? Welcome to a live show. I'm going to 10 here. Okay, I don't really care about that one. That's just good beats. Oh god. We kept the 3-lander, right? Just wanna make sure I'm remembering correctly. Saw 3 extra cards, saw 2 extra cards, saw 1 extra card. You want some more red water? Red water. Hey, Fatso 85. 8-month 3 subscription. It's a lot. Welcome back, bud. I appreciate that. If they spread my white swords, we're just gonna die. Don't play around things you can't beat. Pro tip. If you can't beat it, don't play around it. I can't afford to fetch shock a white source there and still win this game, so... Because we missed the verdict on 4 after looking at 6 extra cards. This means it's not going to be good enough. Alright. Man. Where's that person? Where are you at? Yeah, you can hit ban now. That person was rude to me in the DM when I timed them out earlier for not following the chat rules, so you can be removed. No, usually not in the main deck. Just humans in the main deck usually. Humans and Vial. Hey, Chad Jackson. Thanks for all the entertainment, Jeff. Did my first stream last night of FF14. It wasn't great, but I enjoyed myself. And that's the reason to stream, right? You should stream because you enjoy doing it. Huh. Am I just supposed to play Chad here? Not having a third white source kind of sucks. I think I'm just supposed to play Chad and plus on here. And then next turn I can play Jace plus hold a Path to Exile. No, Gideon plus Path wasn't happening this turn. Because I'd have to fetch shock. To do that, I can't get basic planes off Misty Rainforest, so... So I don't think what you're saying is correct. Having a 1 mana 3/3 is pretty good. Lord, and I'm dead. Kind of surprised they haven't popped this relic. Rats! They saw the line to attack me. But again, like, are you telling me I'm supposed to play around the 1 mana 3/3 after we've already seen one of them? Like that's the argument we want to make. It's the hill we're choosing to die on. Is that I'm supposed to play around? I'm supposed to play around this card coming out of their deck. If they have a Lord plus a counterspell here, we're gonna die. Yeah, I was assuming their ones only had 1 power as well. But it's mana efficiency at the cost of health. So TCGs are about managing your resources and identifying which resources you can afford to spend and like when you can use which resources well. And I think using our health is our most valuable resource in this game right now versus trying to be mana efficient. Like, we're not losing this game because of a lack of mana efficiency. We're losing this game because I don't have enough points of health to stay alive. Like, that's the issue we're at right now. In some games, mana efficiency is your bottleneck, but this game is not one of those games. You have another 3 mana Lord? Am I dead? I think their deck just keeps enough one-landers that they don't want to do that. Lord of Atlantis on top of their deck. We might be wishing for Heroes Union. I know you're joking, but that might actually be the line next turn. We're gonna down-tick this Jace so we can look for Wrath of God or Verdict. Oh, another Chad. No, Snap doesn't do anything. They have a relic in play. I don't think either of these piles really do much for us. I think I'm going to... We already used the Verdict in the board this game. I already used the Verdict on the sideboard this game. I think I'm going to choose this pile. They revealed a Lord to Branchwalker, so I know they're going to have Island Walk next turn. I'm going to go ahead and... Emblem here. which means they have to send 5 this way. And then I'm gonna go ahead and Heroes Reunion and gain 7. And maybe play her on Spell Pierce here, but they would have pierced this last turn, right? No, Emblem play New Chad seems terrible. I want them to have to attack this one. Do you want your tablet? Alright, I'll be right back. We're gonna grab Declan. His tablet should be charged by now. Oh no, do they have another Lord? That's terrible for us. I think we're gonna die to that. Breaks, they can send 5. We're gonna concede to a 3-drop here.
That's what I meant.
Is this a bluff vial, or do you have a 3-drop?
I meant what I meant.
What the fuck is that? Why is that still in their deck? Are we dead?
Yeah.
No, we're not quite dead to that one. I thought they were gonna have a Lord. We're dead to Burrow Injury there.
Charge. My charge.
It is charged, yep. 75 percentage points.
My charge.
Alright, kill my opponent. We are exactly dead. How are we exactly dead? We're not dead to their Lord, right? Because they have to attack. They have to attack 2 things at this. They need 2 Lords to kill us, or a way to take this off the table. Because this is only 7, so we go to 1. And then if they don't kill Jace, we get a Jace down tick here to have a shot at a Wrath or Supreme Verdict. They're gonna beat Verdict. We verdicted them on 5 this game. We verdicted them on 5. Yeah, they're killing Jace. Okay, so this bought us some time. By time, I mean 1 turn. We can't lose the game as long as Gideon's in play, so they have to kill Gideon. That was a good line on the opponent's part. I think they're supposed to kill a Jace there, otherwise it gives us 3 more looks at a Verdict. So, pretty smart. Pretty smart. I believe we're just going to be dead next turn, though. Can I turn your sound down a little bit, buddy? Very loud. Good job. All right. Sweeper says... Oh yeah, we do have Cryptics in our deck, don't we? That is none of our cards that let us get next turn. I play this, I plus here, they send 4 here, and then send 6 at me and I die. It's unfortunate. It's a close game. It's a close game. Heroes Union almost pulled us out. Flooded died a little bit at the end here. It's the beats. Like, had no land on turn 4, like, saw 6 extra cards and couldn't find our 4th land for turn 4, and then had a couple too many in the end there. That matchup's probably pretty bad for us. Especially when they get Aether Vial going.
No.
You gotta turn the sound down, dude. No, we cast a Heroes Reunion, Burgle. We cast a Heroes Reunion and we made a chat emblem. That's how we were floating in there for a little bit. My matchmaking failed. Jace uptick would have net us something. But actually, no, I didn't think about it. I think I just wanted to give myself the most possible looks at Supreme Verdict. Matchmaking failed again? Nobody wants to play with us, chat. How are things in Hoaglandia? I don't know if I'm a fan of this deck. Like, just opening hands of Logic Knots and Negates against Merfolk feel real bad. We'll see how long this league takes. I might not have time for a second league this morning. I'm gonna be back this afternoon for sure, though. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the correct assessment, JW. It's like, there's a play to win versus a play to not lose, and like hitting our sweeper plays to win. Or a Cryptic Command even, right? Like, Cryptic Command is like 2 extra cards because it time walks them, draws a card, and then we draw another card for a turn. I mean, like, it's not really any more or less slow than like regular blue-white control. I don't think it's any worse than that. How good is this opt? Probably not good enough. Probably not good enough. Love another land. Thank you. Got the stat plan pass. Bad Tron deck. Got it. I mean, like, this is why it's just I hate fucking Magic players. Like, pull up the thing, and like, if it's in the top 8, I'm banning you. All right, you're getting banned because blue-white control is literally in the top 8 decks on Magic MTG Goldfish. If you're gonna say something that's like probably wildly wrong, you should make sure that the thing you're saying that's wildly wrong isn't easily verifiable as wildly wrong. You are not the president of the United States. This is not whatever news channel that person watches. Like, if I can easily verify that what you're saying is wrong, it's wrong, I'm gonna remove you from my chat. It's really not complicated. This search is pretty bad against this relic, right? So I think I'm gonna bottom that. I'm gonna take this path. Fake news, right? Ain't that the truth? I mean, like, so like one of the things you need to remember is like, if you're saying every time you watch it, so I'm assuming that means you've watched Nassif stream it, like, you should assume that whatever Nassif's win rate is with a Magic deck, when a normal Magic player plays it, is probably 5, 10, or even 15% worse than whatever Nassif is doing with it. Because, like, Nassif is a great Magic player, right? So, like, when you give a mediocre deck to a great Magic player, it's going to do much better than the deck actually is. Whereas when you give a mediocre deck to an average Magic player, they're going to get dumpstered a lot of the time, right? Blue, white, blue, black, Eldrazi. All right, yeah. Nassif is like, he's in the Hall of Fame for a reason. So, like, anytime you see him do well with something, you should assume that it's 5, 10, or 15% worse than what he's doing with it. Because he's great, and most of the rest of us are not great. I'm gonna take that. Hopefully find a land. I should have tapped the other way. There's a path on top of our deck. Don't want that. Want this path, I think. God, I can't even imagine being someone playing in this upcoming Pro Tour and like expecting to use Magic Online to test for your events and like queuing into stuff like blue-black Eldrazi in the competitive leagues. That's gotta be nuts frustrating. At least they don't have Thalia and Leonin Arbiter, ain't that the truth? White source. Non-Celestial Colonnade white source. I mean, we got there eventually, kinda. Keeping this, probably going like Gideon plus... Am I gonna actually get to unsuspend this card next turn? That's awesome. Almost certainly a better Magic player than I am. We don't profess to be good around here. Tilt. Are we dead? It's feeling like we're pretty dead. We have to Cryptic, tap draw. I mean, like, part of being good at what you do is, like, knowing your limitations, right? Like, the smartest people in the world are going to be able to tell you what they're dumb at. Like, where they're, all right, we're not good here, so it's just like, all right. There's nothing wrong with saying, I don't know. Like, that's a very appropriate answer. We say that a lot on this stream. What do you think of this? I don't know. Don't have a good opinion on it. I mean, like, gonna get delayed. Like, do I have an option to play around it? No. So do we play around it? No. Oh no, you got by the cards you couldn't play around. Rats. And bring in some Disdainful Strokes, I think, and that's about it. Pretty off playing blue-white control archetypes. These decks where you have to work for everyone in Modern, they're rough. You gotta, like, slog it out. I definitely think the changes I made to this deck probably weren't good. The Kitchen Finks and the extra cantrips over the Spreading Seas are probably bad. Like, Spreading Seas allow you to steal some wins, potentially. My opponent's deck potentially has Reality Smasher in it, so I think I like giving them the extra draw to potentially play around that. Not Stalin. 4-month Twitch Prime resubscription, a third of a year. Thanks for remembering to re-up that again. I do appreciate that. As always, subs are the best way you can support my content here, so welcome back. Fourth land is great. It means you're gonna get to cast this Wrath of God on time. Do I want Chad? Yeah, Chad's probably great. Yeah, I like casting my spells. That's a big difference between me and a lot of other people that play 3-color decks. Like, people register Jeskai decks with like 4 colorless lands in them all the time, and I just like casting my spells on time. I would not like to put Chad into my bin, so I just get to go ahead and fetch a basic. I'm gonna play Gideon. I mean, I have 5 basics in my deck. Like, I don't know that blue-white's supposed to play more than that many basics. Like, at a certain point, like, you just want basics. Yes, Jeskai Ascendancy combo is one of the decks I'm considering for next month. I think that deck is really sweet. Ashiok, sure. Put Hallowed Fountain into my bin. Yes, I think I want to bin that. I just want to flip this a little bit sooner, I think. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna give Ashiok the D here. Give him the D. Fetch Temple Garden with this, so we have a green source. Sure. Sure. The classic play by 1 mana spell, then play Chalice on 1. Oh, magic. Affinity and Burn are always great. They're always great. Affinity, Burn, Dredge, those decks are always great. What you have to understand is if you're playing a deck like Affinity or Burn or Dredge, it's not how good your deck is. It's I knew that was gonna happen, right? That was a good play on my part. I was reading chat and answering questions. Definitely wasn't a mistake. They have Serum Visions in their deck too. God. Yeah, so we should have been the Serum Visions, obviously, but I'm not paying attention while I'm clicking and talking. So anyways, back to what I was saying. Decks like Dredge and Burn and Affinity are always good. The answer is, how many people are you going to play against in a given tournament that decided, you know what? I don't want to lose to Burn today. I don't want to lose to Affinity today. I don't want to lose to Dredge today. And if you're okay losing to people that, like, decided they didn't want to lose to you today, like, that's what you have to be okay with when you play decks like that. You have to know that, like, your opponents, you're not really, there's going to be some games where you have some play to them, but a lot of the time the power level of those decks is in whether or not someone decided that they're going to dedicate 4 sideboard slots to you today, and they're going to mulligan appropriately for those cards. You will beat most of the people that didn't actively decide they want to beat you. What's going on, Rollins? I don't even think their power level is directly correlated to how well they've done recently. I think people overvalue, like, how much people change their decks based on, like, what's done well at a Grand Prix. I think more people are inclined to change their deck based on, like, man, I hate losing to the Burn guy at my F&M, so fuck that deck. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put a Heroes Reunion in my sideboard. You know what deck I hate losing to? I hate losing to Burn. So there's a Heroes Reunion in my sideboard. Or there's a Reunion in my sideboard because I hate Burn. You know, it's just how it is.
This one. This one. This one.
Okay, touch it. Hold up. You gotta wait a second, dude. It doesn't happen instantly. What deck is next? Unsure. It's already 10 o'clock, and these games have been taking like a half hour each.
This game.
Chalice for 3. Do I care about that? I feel like I don't. I'm just gonna, like, wish for Fracturing Gust at some point here, right?
Me, a second. I want my potion high one. My side. No. This one. This one.
Depends on what you enjoy playing. Magic is all about what you enjoy. If you enjoy playing Legacy, then it's worth it for you to own a Legacy deck. If you don't enjoy playing Legacy, then it's certainly not worth it for you to own a Legacy deck.
No.
Alright, let's just start attacking with Chad.
This one.
That one seems to be broken, buddy. I'm sorry.
No, this one.
Counteract the relic? No, it doesn't really do anything, right? Like, I'm not flipping this Azcanta. Dalzo! 8-month resubscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I do appreciate it. I'm gonna stroke this. Probably what they're gonna take anyways. Might as well take them off it. Why is Chad? Oh, it's like an internet meme.
This game.
I'd love to put Flooded Strand in my bin. Another search for Azcanta. Let's fire this up.
This game. The what?
Yeah, your mom, we need to get you an SD card so you can install more games. You're out of space, bud.
Huh? Nice cars on my bed?
I have most of elves, I just don't have bayous and cradles. So, like, it's interesting to me how different people measure the amount of decks that they have in Legacy, because, like, by most of elves, I assume you mean you have, like, you own, like, 69 cards for elves. But just because, like, you own 69 cards for elves, like, in terms of dollar cost, if you don't own cradles and bayous, you actually only own, like, what? Like, 50% or less of, like, the dollar value of elves?
A push.
So it's like, do you really own most of it if you... Like, I get that you own most of it, like, counting card for card, but you really don't own most of it, like, in the context of, like, what matters, right? Am I gonna trade here? Yeah, they're attacking Chad. I'm gonna trade. They get to pop the relic in response here, but I think I'm fine with that.
Was deep.
Looking for Glittering Wish. Alright, I guess Chad's just locking this down. I'm gonna play this out.
I'm attacking. I cut. I'm gonna play my game.
Yep.
I'm gonna take this game.
Reserve list sucks. I wish they'd get rid of that. So many more people get to play Sweet Legacy decks if we didn't have the reserve list. The people that tell you Legacy is cheaper than Standard are just people that have already invested in Legacy, so they want more people to invest like them. You'll hear people say, well, if you don't play Standard for 2 years, you can own a Legacy deck, and then you'll always own that Legacy deck, and you'll get to play Magic for forever. It's like, well, I like playing Magic. Why would I want to take 2 years off of playing Magic? Like, that's nuts. Like, I'm not gonna take, like, this is my hobby. This is what I do in my spare time. Like, why would I want to take a 2-year break from my hobby to, like... No, I'm in for a Snapcaster Mage, right? I can. No! Oh, God! Oh, God. Oh, I hit my auto pass key an extra time and didn't get to attack with my Gideon. I guess I get to plus him as a consolation prize, but 10 out of 10 should have attacked with Gideon there. I didn't attack with Gideon there because I punted, for those that are wondering. They hit the stupid thing that makes these, yep. The people that are for the reserve list are people that don't actually play the game. It's just the TLDR. I think... And, like, this punch was pretty bad, right? Because, like, I would have been able to Cryptic. I'm going to tap draw their team here. I guess I could flash in the Snapcaster Mage and try and kill them. Yeah, I'm actually just going to do that. I'm actually just going to try and kill them here. They should be at 2 here if I had a brain, but... Alright, they're dead. Sweet. Didn't get punished for my misclick. Alright, do I want to change anything? Is this Disenchant good? Disenchant's probably fine. They have a bunch of chalices.
My cat. My cat's cat.
I'm gonna trim an opt since they're putting chalice on one anyways.
The cat. I'm tired.
It's fine. Not exciting, but fine. To fetch Hallowed Fountain and opt on one.
No. Okay.
I just don't understand why the people... Actually, I do understand. Like, Wizards of the Coast doesn't want you to play Legacy. That's why... That's the actual reason they don't get rid of the reserve list. Like, there's lots of people that'll tell you lots of stories about, like, well, they want to protect investors and this and that and yada yada. And that the actual answer is that if Legacy is affordable, it's a threat to their primary product, which is Standard. If you can buy Legacy decks for reasonable prices, a lot of people wouldn't play Standard, right? Because they get to play Magic and just like, that's why Modern's so popular. Modern is so popular because people can buy decks at not completely astronomical prices and keep them forever. That's the truth. That's why Modern is so popular. That's why, regardless of how good or bad Modern is, it will always be popular because people just like playing Magic and knowing that, like, I can stop playing Magic for 3 months and come back after that break, even a year, and like play my Modern deck still. Like, that's good for a lot of people. That's what a lot of people are looking to get out of Magic. They want to know that I can come back later and still have my thing. Fetching their Hallowed Fountain here. Get her tied up in some knots. Force spike you. Alright. I was thinking about playing Kitchen Finks, but the tap land here is pretty appealing, so I'm just gonna hold up Stroke.
I'm moving.
Get the lead here and feel real bad. I mean, the pros you saw advocating for things like Draft on Twitter, they're personally invested in it. Like, they enjoy Limited and their tournaments that they play in. They don't watch the tournament, so they don't care if the coverage is bad. Yeah, that's exactly right, Rhino Coin. Allowing people to play competitive casually is a big selling point.
Play a game? What kind of game? I'm pushing the card game. I'm attacking. I'm attacking.
Yeah, I get it, man. I'm sure you love watching Limited. There's always someone that enjoys watching Limited, but you know what? Dude, you don't have storage space. You gotta play a game you already have or watch a show. There's always, whenever you talk about Limited not being popular, there's always a wanker like this in chat that's like, but no, I love watching Limited. Obviously, some people like watching Limited. Like, that's not a given. Anyone that tells you everyone hates Limited, they're lying and they're idiots, right? Like, that's just not true. Not everyone dislikes watching Limited. But when push comes to shove and the actual viewer numbers show up, Limited is consistently lower than constructed, and that's just the numbers. That's just the facts. Like, right, that's how it is. If you like watching Limited, great. Just like some people like pre-shake. Use this as a gain some health here.
A basking.
I am not attacking first just in case this doesn't resolve, in case I have something like a Spell Queller. Alright, they didn't hit any creatures there. Am I supposed to flash in the Snapcaster Mage? Probably not. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. No. They have this to pressure this. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this happen. We'll probably end step Snapcaster Cryptic bounce this. Oh, crap. Huh. That's interesting. I didn't notice they put my Verdict back in my graveyard. Maybe I'm supposed to just snap Verdict? If I returned the Ashiok, they'd just get to replay it in the same turn. They have 3 mana. Like... Look at that. We have a Logic Knot in our bin now. I get to do this and play this. It's not even just about knowing what the draft commons do. A big part of what makes Constructed more popular and more accessible is that oh, that's annoying. Dang it, Bobby. I'm just snapping op tier now. I think I'm just snapping op tier now. A big part of it too is that people enjoy formats more where they get to take what they see on the screen and like take it home with them, right? So like if a pro drafted a sweet draft deck, I can't open and play that same draft deck Whereas, like, if they're playing a sweet constructed deck, I can play that constructed deck card for card. I can watch what they're doing on screen and directly apply it to my real life. Yeah, I think Snap Logic not on Relic is bad. I don't think that sounds good. I think I'd rather just cantrip this and like try and find a D sphere or some way to answer the Ashiok or the board permanently. No, I think you can care about the results of a given deck. I think that's probably disingenuous, Extreme Gamer. I think saying the packs are probably rigged is probably obnoxious and not true. Love a Cryptic Command, thank you. I would love a Wrath of God. All right, Chad, let's go. All right, Chad, let's go. It sucks that I can't hold Cryptic Command up this turn, but like, if they play Ashiok, I can like pressure her with Chad, so. Okay, but here's the thing, Kuna Ona. This is another thing that a lot of people that appreciate limited don't seem to get. The drafting portion is super interesting. I will not argue that the drafting portion is super interesting. The problem is the 3 hours of limited gameplay that's not interesting afterwards. I don't think there's anyone that will argue that limited gameplay isn't interesting. The thing that people will argue is that watching draft decks slam into each other isn't very interesting. What the fuck is this?
I'm playing a bucket.
That's what I'll argue with you tooth and nail about. It isn't. The drafting strategy is super interesting. That's great. The problem is that and it's about investment too, right? Like, why? So like, if someone watches the draft portion, that's the interesting portion, they might be invested in the gameplay. What about the viewer that shows up in round 2 or shows up in round 1 or round 3? Like, if I show up in round 1 after the drafting portion's done, like, I just don't give a shit. Like, they're just like playing bad decks against each other, and I don't care about that as a viewer. It's hard for me to be engaged and invested in this deck that I didn't watch. So basically, once you've drafted, you're cutting out the portion of your audience that could potentially be interested in watching your coverage because they didn't watch the draft part.
I paid basking. I paid for the basking.
All right, they're down to 1 card. They have a Ghost Quarter for a Colonnade, but I have 2 Colonnades. We have Chad. They don't have a play here that's so good for us. We get to hold this Cryptic Command up. I guess they have this Cavern that's kind of annoying. That's kind of sucks. All right, make this a 4/4. I think I'm just going to make them use this Ghost Quarter, right? So if I tap like this, and they Ghost Quarter me, I can still cast Cryptic Command. So yeah, let's do that. Again, it depends on what you want to get out of your coverage. Like, if your goal is viewer numbers, then yeah, limited should probably go. If your goal isn't viewer numbers, why do you have a Twitch stream? Get the last basic out of our deck. Gideon of the Trials is so good. This card is really powerful. It just, especially with sweeper effects, like the fact that it like makes your opponent extend more into like a deck that's playing sweepers is so good. And it closes reasonably quickly as well. We have bested blue-black processors. We're 2 hours into this league, and we're only 3 matches in. Oh, God. We're 2-1 at least, though. We got that going for us. It's not my job to make watch. What?
This is the BB tune or BB with the bats. The bats.
It should be standard and modern. That's what it should be.
Yeah!
What?
This is the bats on your turn are BB. The bats on your turn are BB.
The bots turn into beep beeps? Nope, I haven't played any Living End. We played a league with it last month. I would like to play first. It seems fine. It's got a couple cantrips. Needs another land, but it's got a couple cantrips in it. Depending on what the card is, I'm willing to build the deck sometimes, Tom. Depends on what the card is, what the format is, what the archetype is. If it's like a card I'm interested in working on anyways, I'm usually happy to build the deck. Yes, I agree. That's actually the 25th Pro Tour. I think that's going to be like a test ground. It's going to be that testing ground. I 4-1 to League off stream with DeCandio's Green Red Monsters deck, but that's the only standard I've played. Basic Island Serum Visions. My body is ready to get Blood Mooned.
I pay basking. Wait.
Yeah, standard seems fine. I just like don't have an incentive to play standard right now. Like modern's the more popular format that people actually want to watch. I have a modern tournament that I'm going to in Indianapolis next month, so like I'm more incentivized to play this format than anything else.
I pay my bots game.
Yeah, you can play the bots game. You're good. You want to sit on my lap while you play? Oh. All right, settle in, folks. It's gonna be a long one. Land, please. Land, please. Land, please. Land, please. I bottomed that too. Come on. Come on. Ding, fries are done.
Licks.
So I really hate this idea, and I guess this is partially Wizards' fault that people have this idea because they've designed some really bad standard formats. Solved standard formats aren't inherently bad. Boring, uninteresting standard formats are inherently bad.
This one.
It is possible to have a. Why are you so loud?
That one.
That's Bumblebee. He's a transformer.
No.
So it's possible to have a well-designed standard format where multiple interesting archetypes exist. That's a thing that's possible. Just because a format is solved doesn't mean it's bad, which I feel like is something that a lot of people don't get. I like to put Serum Visions in the bin. Now, I'd actually think I'd like to draw that, right? So I'm going to lead on Opt here. I'm more likely to hit a land if I Visions first, right? I think I want both of these, actually, right? Now I probably just want to hit land, so I'm gonna top that. We'll go ahead and opt here and draw that.
Down. Dig down. The payment body. Rainbow bars.
Remember, it's not Wizards of the Coast fault when their formats are bad. It's the data's fault that their formats are bad.
Oh, it's cocky.
Because accepting responsibility for your mistakes, that's just too hard.
My cocky. My cocky.
Hey! Seeker tapped with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. As always, subs are the best way you can support my content here. So, I wouldn't mind drawing Cryptic Command, but I really want to flip this Azcanta so I can de-sphere their Azcanta.
The cocky. A cocky. A piece like a cocky. A cocky. A cocky. A cocky. The cocky. The cocky. This one. This one. This one.
It's the filthy net decker's fault. Yep, ain't that the truth?
This one. This one. This one. This one. Work out. Well, this one. This one. This one. This
Doing
one.
the D. Hey, Faraday146 with the brand new $4.99 a month subscription. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that.
I've been now.
Man, are we going to start activating our Azcanta here? This is what winning feels like. Why did my opponent aggressively Field of Rune my Celestial Colonnade when I had a search and play?
And now? A cocky. A cocky.
Yeah, I'll top that.
That's fine. I push my cocky. I push my cocky. Cocky, my cow.
It's not even a card game, dude.
This one. This one. This one. This. This one. Yeah. This one. This one.
Declan, you don't have space on your tablet.
This one.
You need to play the games you have or I'm going to take it away.
No.
Declan.
This. No.
Do you want to lose your tablet?
No,
If you bang it on the desk again, I'm going to take it away.
No. I'll play my game.
We really need to get him an SD card as part of the problem. So now, we're just going to play Drago here. If my opponent's happy playing Drago while I have an Azcanta flipped, like, I am just, like, super excited to play Drago while I have this Azcanta flipped, right? Like that sounds like I'm coming out ahead on this exchange.
No, my arm.
Hey,
My arm roll down. Roll down.
but I mean, like, even one trigger on this is very bad for them. The flip lands are very, very good design. Just like very subtly powerful, but not overbearing. We do need to make sure I stay up on clock here, which is probably going to be hard considering I'm just like doing way more than they are. Oh, you know, I should have attacked first, right? Because this is probably getting pathed. Should have attacked first, because this is probably getting path, and I'm not fighting over a path to exile. Yeah, I should have played that Serum Visions post-combat. What just happened was pretty likely to happen. This is my next Chad. I'm gonna bin this Wrath of God. Thank you, Declan, for being my white noise machine. Is this search card good? What do we think? I think the search card is good. They're just giving me more lands too, which is nice. There's only 24 cards left in our deck. The gear is very pretty, I concur. Is beautiful. Search for Azcanta is fine. Takes time to set up. Like everything you want a card like that to be. I'm just gonna bin this extra search. Maybe I'm supposed to start getting. Maybe I'm supposed to drop this Jace into play and start plussing it. It's very possible. I negate this. Counter target spell. Return target permanent to its owner's hand. This is a little trick you can do with your Snapcaster Mages in your Cryptic Command, so you can reuse your Snapcaster Mage. I might have another counter spell here, but like, if I cast the Cryptic out of my hand too, they're gonna get to do that as well. If a logic knot, it looks like. So this is going to take our Kitchen Finks away. I think I'm going to go get Meddling Mage here. Name Supreme Verdict. Play this Jace. I'm pretty sure I have one more island in my deck, right? Yeah. So we can plus this. Yeah, Green Tron's kind of hard. Valakut's probably hard too. Like Valakut, the Valakut and the Green Tron decks, they just devour these style of decks. Just how it is. I'm down 15 seconds right now, which isn't bad considering like how much more Magic we've actually played than them. I have a Snapcaster. Spreading Seas, targeting my Field of Runes, sure. Not even gonna activate Searcher, I'm just gonna hold Cryptic Command up. I don't really care if they turn off my Field of Runes. They probably want to use their Colonnade, but I've got 2 Path to Exiles in my hand, so it's just like, whatever. I think they feel like I probably don't have many good cards left to get with Azcanta, which is probably not too far from the truth. I have 2 more Cryptics in my deck that I can fetch up. I think they're just overvaluing their Colonnade. I don't actually know. Also, like, I'm probably going to be a little bit behind on keeping up on chat here. Cause, like, there's just a lot going on. I need to play quickly. We're behind on clock in a match that's what could very realistically come down to clock. I've named Supreme Verdict on this Meddling Mage because I want to make sure that that's, like, their one card we can't counter, right? So... return the Meddling Mage to my hand. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna end step Cryptic, bounce their Detention Sphere, I think. Get my Kitchen Finks back and then attack for lethal. It's annoying, but not the end of the world. Only 17 cards left in our deck. So I need 2 counter spells here. Oh, you know what? I bottomed a path earlier, so I'm going to crack this fetch because I wouldn't mind drawing another path here, just in case they have a counter spell. Glittering Wish, Gideon Jura. I guess I'll take a Glittering Wish. Yeah, I'm pretty good at using my auto pass keys. Let's try and get to enter combat here, see if they're gonna tap our team or not. Good, we drew a Cryptic Command for the turn, that's good. So we're gonna attack with these if they let us. Probably gonna do like a Cryptic tap draw. We're gonna fire back. Counter, target, spell. Tap all creatures your opponents control. They know I have this Logic Knot. Yeah, got him.
This one.
That's really weird. The person... What?
That's this one. Not the one with this one.
Dude, you don't have space to install that.
This one.
I'm sorry you're upset, but you don't have space to install that.
This one.
I know you really want it, but you just don't have room on your tablet. I know it's tough. It's tough being 2. It's tough being 2 and having tablets with limitations. Probably want this Disenchant.
This one.
The person who activated Azcanta won that game. It's weird.
My Peggy. Oh, Darky. A Darky.
What's going on, Sora?
A Darky, not a Darky.
Do you want to cut another path?
I push the Darky. I push my Darky. Push my God, Darky.
Okay.
Push.
All right. Let Dad manage the storage.
Darky, my Darky.
Let me uninstall something here.
Okay, Darky. talking.
Okay, okay.
A kind talking. A kind talking. A kind talking. A kind. Cool. I need this one. Push.
You want this one?
A talking. Kind.
Yeah, it's installing.
Yeah,
I'd rather keep them to grab with Wish. Maybe I'm supposed to board in the Sigarda? Nah, I'm gonna leave the Sigarda and the Geist. I think those are probably gonna be like our most wished for things. You gotta wait for it to install, Declan. Gotta wait for it to install. White is wishing for Sigarda. Use your words. Use your words. First and only warning. Use your words or you'll get timed out. Heroes Union is good against Death Shadow and Burn. It's good against both of those. Now I get to lead on this to Spell Snare and Azcanta, which is nice. How do we feel about trying to just Geist aggro them? Is that nuts? I'm just gonna grab this, and I'm going to grab a Hallowed Fountain, and then I'm gonna Glittering Wish for Geist here, and just like, they probably boarded out their verdicts, right? Like, this is post-board. Like, there probably aren't verdicts in their deck right now. We could get Spell Snared here, but if we don't... And like, if they leave up a counterspell next turn, I can like play Geist with Snare on 3.
I'll call the cracking of a cut. Cut the cracking.
Oh, they definitely still have Logic Knot in their deck. Alright. Alright, let's beep beep hop in my Geist to St. Traft shaped Jeep here. The way I've fetched means I can't cast that next turn, which is sad, but this is... Hopefully, we're just about to run him down here. Hopefully, we're about to run him down here. Oh. If they Verdict me, I'm going to be slightly tilted, but it is what it is. They left Verdict in their deck. They should have Ambush Vipers. That's true. That's true. I do need to play around Ambush Vipers. Huh. They haven't missed a land drop yet. I think I'm gonna do the land versus here. See what they put in their hand.
This one. This one. This one.
Hopefully they're short on lands here.
This one. This one. This one. This one.
No, they took the 2 cards.
This one. This one.
I think they were pretty likely to take 2, regardless of how I did that there. Cryptic Command's a nuts draw. Yes, Declan.
This one. This one.
Alright, so this is gonna attack Jace, and then my thing will attack them. Attack you.
My door. This one. This is our door.
When Geist is good, it's the best card in your deck. And when it's bad, it's unplayable. So, like, getting to play 4 Geist without having to put 4 Geist in my deck feels pretty good. I think I'm just letting this happen. I think I'm fine with that. It's like play my land, pass. Can Cryptic their Elspeth next turn. They probably just need lands, is what I'm assuming is going on here. It's a good draw. I have a snare for a Snapcaster. I have a path for this Colonnade. I have a Cryptic Command to fight here as well. So they get to play their Elspeth this turn, but I get to Glittering Wish for D-Sphere for her. I don't think bouncing Colonnade is not an option, Zach, because they get to flip their Azcanta here. Actually going to be kind of behind here. The Geist did not getting quite enough points of damage between the Cryptic Command before this Elspeth comes down. Oh, wish tokens for Sphere and kill her. Yeah, that's a good line. That's a good line. Because I wanted to draw a card. We kind of need to hit land drops. I think bouncing the search when I'm like missing land drops is kind of a little bit bad. Let's go ahead, Jay Welsh. That is true. If they have a path and it's not unreasonable for path to still be in their deck because it's okay against Colonnade, they could path their token in response, which would feel bad. I think the play to win line is still that, though. No, Glittering Witch costs 2 mana. Alright, that went about as well as expected. Yeah, I think the Humans deck is very good. I think the Humans deck is just a new iteration of like classic, what classic Merfolk is basically. Like Humans or Merfolk in Modern is this deck that like plays Aether Vial to gain mana advantage and like plays these disruptive creatures, and the disruptive human creatures are just much better than what Merfolk is able to do today. Well, hopefully with all these visions we're gonna find some lands here. Both of these are pretty good, so I'm gonna top here. I'm gonna go ahead and visions again and grab that fetch land. Just top again. Okay, I think so. Vendilion Click, sure. Path this in response. Have a negate up for their counterspell. See if they take something out of my hand here or not. I have Path to cover a Colonnade block. It might be okay there. I took my Serum Visions away. I mean, I just topped, so deal, I guess. I think they have the rest of my hand covered, really. That's interesting. It might be okay. It's not something I've tried. The deck often has copious amounts of extra mana. I don't know, just like, again, it's tough because like giving up sideboard slots is hard in Modern, right? Like Modern's a format where like you generally don't have enough sideboard slots, so like giving them up feels kind of bad. Azcanta activation feels great here. Unless they're finding Supreme Verdict, this puts us in a pretty good spot. We have a Snapcaster Mage on top of our deck from that last Serum Visions. The past Exile, that's fine. Spread my Colonnade, sure. Wait, what? They spread my, now they can't activate their Celestial Colonnade. Sure, give another search. So they have Path plus one card I don't know. I can't try and kill them because I'll just Path the Angel, so. Let's try and hit them with this. This is going to be the only deck we get to play this morning. For those of you that aren't familiar with my stream schedule, I'll be back about 1:30 Central Standard Time, so I'll sign off for a couple hours, feed the kids lunch, put Declan down for a nap, and then I'll be back. Do I want to play Chad here? I think I do, right?
Yes, my chunkies.
I think I just want to play Chad. Means I can't hold double counter up, but I think... Oh, this means I don't have Snap Path up either. That's interesting. Maybe I'm just supposed to play Kitchen Finks so I can have Snap Path up still. Would have been Logic Not. They know they need things to interact with the board. Fluffy Puffins! With the 2-month free subscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support my content here. So if you enjoy what you see, please do and consider doing like Fluffy Puffins just did and hit that sub button. You have kept one verdict in for Geist. All right, well, we're 3-1 now. Got one more match here. In addition to supporting my stream by subscribing, you can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. There you go. Oh, we gotta pick a player. Okay.
Okay, it's the game book.
You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com will love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, bags. They really do it all. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of custom artwork that they have on their website. And finally, SpareDeck.com. They offer kind of a unique service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. You can rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month with them. It's a great service if you want to try something before you buy it, or if you're someone that plays mostly online and plays in paper on occasion, it's great for that. Like I'm planning to go to the Open in Indianapolis next month, first paper event in a long time, and I will definitely be renting whatever modern deck I settle on from Spare Deck for that event. One more match here. We're 3-1. What did we drop a match to? I'm blanking on what we died to at this current point in time. It's been so long. This league's been 2.5 hours and we're only 4 matches in. If you want to get the most out of your modern money, this deck definitely generates really long game. Weather permitting, I'm gonna play Paper Magic. Like if there's a blizzard or it's gonna snow or sleet that weekend, I'm not going. But like if we have like, you know, clear skies or like it's in the 40s or 50s like it has been, definitely going next month. Nope, Spirit Deck is only physical Magic cards. You don't really need to rent stuff on Magic Online because unlike Paper where the buy list is like 50%, on Magic Online you can readily sell stuff for like 80 to 90% of the cost or 70% at worst. So like really you're basically always renting Magic Online cards because of how quick the turnover rate is. I don't think this hand's good enough. The Serum Visions can probably get us a second land, but it's not guaranteed. And this hand really needs 3 lands to get rolling. I'm going to keep this one with a Scry, because I'm greedy. I'm going to bottom that because I want an actual land. No, I haven't really touched Standard. The tournament I'm thinking about going to, there aren't really standard tournaments I can play on Magic Online, and like I'm going to a modern tournament next month, so I've mostly been playing that. Yeah, that's true. You technically don't own them. Read the TOS. Everybody's renting them. Okay, no white source yet. Kinda sucks, but like this is a pseudo white source, right? This Negate is probably going to be decent against turn 1 Scalding Tarn, so I'm going to keep that. Yeah, I miss the act of actually like playing in physical Magic tournaments a little bit, but like the actual like all the details that go into it kind of suck. Like there's a lot of little details that are a lot of work. Field of Ruin is interesting. Scalding Negate probably still good, but Scalding Tarn could be Jeskai control, I suppose. Remanded or Mana Leaked here maybe. I wanted to try and lead on the Snapcaster Mage because I want to try and guarantee my 4th land drop ideally. If I had a white source maybe as well. Spell Snare, sure. Well, that's good for us. Yeah, I'm just gonna jam the Kitchen Finks. Maybe beat them down. Could have a mana leak maybe, but they don't get to use Logic Knot. Yeah, I did see Alsic put up a good finish with that. If they want to path me here, I'm okay with getting pathed. Glittering Wish. Okay, I'm just gonna pass with these counter spells up, I think, here, and we'll probably end step kill this Hallowed Fountain, mostly so we can get a Plains. Smack my opponent around a little bit with this Kitchen Finks. Did you like the Combustible Gear Hulk, Zach? Every time I've played Combustible Gear Hulk in that deck, I've been really disappointed with it. Most everything else you did seem fine, but I'm just not a huge fan of Combustible Gear Hulk in that deck. Okay, so it looks like they're just playing straight blue-white. Like Scalding Tarn is one of their off-color fetches. Yeah, the deck has a lot of really expensive things in it, but like it has a high variance, right? Like the range on what your cost, like you have a lot of cheap things, but you have a lot of expensive things, but you also have like a lot of really cheap things. Am I just fetching Geist of St. Traft again? Probably not, because they have access to Supreme Verdict game 1. I kind of wish I had a Planeswalker I could go get, but like that's definitely a little bit biased based on the fact that we played Control twice in a row. I'm gonna cast this Glittering Wish. I don't know what we're getting though. I think it's just Geist if it resolves. You'd go up a land, really? Just gonna grab. No, Narset sounds pretty terrible. Oh, what would be a good multicolor planeswalker? Kiora might be okay. Maybe get clicked here. Feels like an X spell. What do they have as an X spell? Secure the Waste. Okay, that's an interesting inclusion in blue-white. Yeah, Dovin Band maybe. There aren't any are there any multicolor planeswalkers that draw a card when you plus them? I loved Crashing Wave. Crashing Wave was like my jam in Standard. New Tameo doesn't really, because like we don't have creatures out a lot of the time. Sarkhan Unbroken. Unfortunately, we don't have red. Otherwise, Sarkhan would be like in. Snap it off. Crashing Wave does ultimate very quickly, and her ultimate certainly wins the control mirrors, right? Just like 9/9 till the end of time. I'm not playing this Geist out because this is game 1, so they certainly have verdicts in their deck. Probably 3 or 4 ways to kill this guy, so I want to make them answer this Kitchen Finks before I commit a second threat to the board. They are Jeskai. Okay. So Secure the Waste makes a little bit more sense if they're Jeskai. Actually, if they're Jeskai, jamming the Geist is a little bit likely to be better. Jeskai usually only has 1 or 2 verdicts. Another Kitchen Finks is a great one to run out here. People love dirtling. People love dirtling. Control decks are almost always popular. All right, so now we're just windmilling the Geist, right? Because like they only have 1 counterspell up here. Oh, logic not there, logic not here. I think I want to hold Negate. The Negate will be easier to cast alongside a Cryptic Command down the line. They have their 1 verdict. Yep, that's unfortunate. That's what it is. Like traded. God, we're so smart and thin. Traded resources there, mostly 1 for 1. Like I have a Kitchen Finks on the table to pressure now still. Oh, I'm glad that resolved. Sweet, that means they don't have a counterspell. If they path me, I get to fire up Celestial Colonnade next turn, which is nice. Do I want to fire up Celestial Colonnade anyways? Yeah, I think I do. I think it's just like beep beep, hop in my Jeep and try and aggro them out. There's a blue egg. That's pretty crazy. I don't know how to open the egg, buddy. I'm sorry.
I lost this egg, blue egg. I lost it. Blue egg. Lost.
Get my auto pass on here. You have 3 cards left, so they might just like double bolt this. It's not unreasonable. They're gonna like kill this, and then we're gonna be ooh, that's good for us. Snapcaster's the D-Straw too.
This one.
That's not enough dirtling. But Hogland, if you kill them, you have to stop drawing cards. That's a damn travesty. It's the worst part about killing your opponent. You have to stop drawing cards.
Why?
Oh, what do we got here? Snapcaster Mage. It's probably gonna target a Helix.
Wow.
Glittering Wish exiles itself upon resolution. So my graveyard's a little bit tiny, so you probably can't see that, but that's the thing you need to know. My only regret is that I have but one deck to draw. That's a great quote. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold up Snap Cryptic here. I could Glittering Wish for a threat, but like, I think I just want Snap Cryptic up from now until the end of time. If they fire up this colony to try and block, I get to path it plus play Gideon Jura, which is pretty great for us.
This one. Acorn.
Okay, put us down to 7.
Up, we're going with the egg. We're with the egg.
Man, this Kitchen Finks, he's going the distance. He's going for speed. He's all alone in his time of need. You got eggs?
I choose eggs.
It's pretty cool, kid. Are you pretty fly?
This one I move. They can't move. Move.
What'd they do with their Serum Visions? They went bottom, top. Okay. When it's down to 5, but they do have ways to gain health in their deck, so things to note. I'm not fancy, but I get the job done. Ain't that the truth?
Oh, Kagi. The Kagi. I pushed the Kagi. I paid the Kagi. I caught the Kagi. I caught the Kagi. I caught the Kagi.
Feels like I'm walking into a counterspell here. I just I need to use my mana, right? Like we're super choked on mana here. They're gonna get to Cryptic me back.
Don't?
Yeah, that feels bad. Yeah, and suddenly we're very behind. Yeah, I think it's just too much work for too little payoff, no boss. Like, Modern's just too high powered for that kind of thing to be good.
I cut the Kagi. I cut.
I wonder if maybe I was supposed to snap Cryptic Command last turn. There's revving for infinite here. Yep. We're up about 20 seconds on clock right now. Sorry, I just need to play quickly. I can't take too much time on every decision. think we're probably going to lose this game. I think my goal for the remainder here is just like set into damage control. Let's make sure I'm going to like end up on clock at the end of it, so when the match goes long, I can time them out. We have 3 paths in our hand, so both of us are going to run out of win conditions for the most part.
I got the
I'm just gonna path this. Just want to keep my health total high, so they have to actually like work to kill us. I don't think I have anything to Glittering Wish for here. Like used all my threats up basically. That's cute. I pathed your Snapcaster Mage because I have more of them, friend. Yeah, I agree. As someone who like doesn't draw often in paper Magic while playing it, like getting to time nerds out that are slow is great. I guess maybe we're not just out of this. If we can counter their Secure the Waste on the flashback, we're probably gonna be in a pretty good spot. Celestial Colonnade's not a bad draw either. Cast this now, see what we can go get. It's probably just Meddling Mage, right? Yeah, maybe. There are strong arguments for either direction. I'm just gonna name Secure the Waste here. I think that's their best way to win the game. Just dying regardless, so.
This one. They're gonna get in the time.
There are lands left to fetch out of my deck. My breeding pool is dead. I don't think I actually have fetchable lands left in my deck. Wish I had a wishable counterspell. I wish upon a counterspell. All of these cards suck, right? I guess I'm gonna get Detention Sphere for later. Yeah, regardless of which start we played that turn, we were gonna lose it, so. Okay, we're up 40 seconds on clock right now, so again, I think we're behind, but my goal is just like, don't die. My goal is don't die. Yeah, we can play Render Silent too. It's just like, again, you only have so many board slots, so it's just like, how many are you devoting to different things? Every new card you add to your wish package eats into the cards that you can actually like play that have impacts on games. Take another Snapcaster Mage. I think I can just deck them at this point, actually. Resolves.
Cut.
I assume this is targeting Secure the Waste. Yep. This is what we want to stop. So how much do they secure for?
I got.
How many counter spells do they leave up while they do this?
I got this one. Get out. Get out.
Oh, do I want a Cryptic Command here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that's fine. Wouldn't mind taking an extra card.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
You have Snapcaster Negate to fight still.
That.
I'm gonna use this Logic Knot.
I'm dying.
All right. Up almost a minute on clock. Yep. Can we beat this search for Azcanta? I think we can. I think I just don't care about it. Oh yeah, maybe we're supposed to bounce the snap. I didn't even think about that. I think you're right. I think we're supposed to bounce the Snapcaster Mage there. Just because like I'm trying to run them out of things. If I had a snap negate left over, that would be great. This is getting pathed, I assume. Maybe. The problem is that, like, one of the upsides to Blue-Red Delver is that you get to play Blood Moon, so, like, and Blood Moon turns off your search, so... Okay, they have 11 cards left in their deck. Sorry, 14 cards out, because they put the other 3 on the bottom, sure. I believe we are just trying to deck them at this point. This is still game 1. We're up a minute 10 on clock. So my goal is to both deck them or time them out. Is what we're going for here.
Cut.
Bant Mill, here we are. Ain't that the truth? We're up a minute 45 now. Opponent not even activating their search for Azcanta knows that this is what the game is about. Make them have path and snap path. We know they have a path.
Yes. That's the one. Moving in the grass.
Alright, we still have more cards in deck than them, so this is fine. I actually want this search, I think.
Yeah, I got just pull it up and pull up. Oh gosh, I got it. Hold on.
We're up 5 cards in deck right now, so I can activate this 5 times. I believe I still have 1 path in my deck, so we can get this with that. We have a Cryptic Command too, so we can buy time with that. I don't want to bury whatever this is. Do I want to put Jace into my bin? No, I don't really want to draw a Jace either, though. So I'm going to go ahead and activate search here. That way I get to clear the Jace off the top of my deck and draw something else. Gideon of the Trials sounds great. guess I probably shouldn't any order that because it means that like we're actually gonna see every card in my deck this game. So like it kind of matters the order that I put them in. Is there Cryptic Command? Logic Knot, maybe? No, cracking the fetch takes a turn off our clock. Up almost 2 minutes now. Even if we're losing the second game, if it goes as long as this, we'll be ahead. They could just burn us out here, potentially. Enter target spell. Turn that to its owner's hand. Your move, opponent. Your move. There's 4 cards in their deck. 5 cards, 6 cards. There's 6 cards in their deck. Oh gosh, what a game. Oh, is that a good one, chat? How do we feel about that one? That one seems like it's okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I see you suck. I see. This is one. I see suck. Bup, bup, bup. Mommy, Dad, I'm gonna go on Mommy, Dad.
Oh no, chat. Oh no. I think we might finally be dead. I don't think we have any counter spells left.
Okay.
I believe we've gone through our entire deck. Alright, we're dead. We're gonna finish up a minute on clock though. 2 minutes on clock.
How was that? I'm shocking. We're shocking. I'm shocking. What is that?
Daddy's down on clock, Declan.
This is my one.
Oh god. Oh god, they chose to helix us instead of doing something else. Are we gonna win now because of that? Are we gonna win now because of that? Go. Oh no! I'm pretty sure we just didn't have any counter spells left in our deck, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have Azcanta'd for Gideon and made a Gideon emblem. I should have Azcanta'd for Gideon and made a Gideon emblem. We punted, chat. Jeez, just the biggest mistakes. What a game of Magic the Gathering. What a game. What a game. It's fine, chat. We're up 2 minutes on the clock. They're up on the game scoreboard, but we're up on the scoreboard that matters, okay? It's fine. It's cool. So I punted. Should have Azcanta'd for a Gideon and put a big Gids into play. Buckle up for the next half of this marathon. Hope everyone's having a great great end of their week here on Thursday. We've been streaming this deck for almost 3 hours. We've recorded this entire league. If you haven't watched the entire time, it's going to get uploading to my YouTube channel here momentarily. YouTube.com/Jeff Hoagland. You can find all that. No, I don't think Disenchant is good enough. Is it? Is it good enough? Maybe that's fine.
No.
I'll cut another path. That's fine. What's going on, Name and Chill?
Me.
Actually, Gideon's probably pretty bad, right? I guess they have less paths post-board too. Alright, never mind. I'm leaving a couple paths in. Is this actually... Yeah, I think actually it's a Glittering Wish out matchup. I think it's a Glittering Wish out trim one, just because like we only have so many cards to get with it that are meaningful. We should play Rip because they have Gear Hulk.
One, two, one.
It was certainly a game of Magic the Gathering.
I pasted the game. I'm gonna pay at eggs. I'm gonna pay on eggs.
Yep. Has lands. And again, remember, the clock that matters here is... The scoreboard that matters here is the clock, so we're just going to try and get up on clock and stay up on clock. While trying not to lose, right? Like, we don't want to lose the game, but, like, clock is definitely one of the most important metrics here. Wishing for a reunion will be gas. It depends on the deck, Ryoshi. If it's a deck I'm kind of into, I don't mind doing stuff like that, but if it's something that seems kind of anemic, I really don't like putting... Wishing for Wheel of Sun and Moon is too slow against graveyard decks, is the TLDR. Logic not my Kitchen Finks. Now we can wish for Wish. Because, like, if they don't have a lot of removal in their deck post board, they need to counter things like this. The opponent has 10 minutes on their clock. I have 12 and a half. Disenchant's in the board, so I can board it in, is the thing. Our fixed target problem wish is a, is what's it called? I'm just gonna bottom here. Not really super interested in either of those cards currently. This is the part where we play Drago for forever. Get Hallowed Fountain with this, get Temple Garden with this other one. Do I want to cast this Snapcaster? No, I'm going to wait a turn so I can have Snap Serum plus Cryptic up. I'm gonna pass for now. You can snap op at their end of turn. I have a Disdainful Stroke in case they want to Cryptic Command us. That's not true. Vindicate kills lands. I think I'll take that. So Anguished Unmaking is not the same as Vindicate. Vindicate's powerful because it stone rains people when you need it to. Love a Field of Ruin. Ooh, ooh, our hand's a little cryptic, chat. Do you just want to hit more lands here? I'm interested in both of these though, right? I played Field of Ruin this turn, so let's go ahead and pass. Probably gonna opt at the end of turns they don't give us anything to counter. And Helix this? Sure, he's dead, Jim. You can get more red water after Dad finishes this league. This deck generates genuinely good games of Magic, which is why Blue-White Control is popular too, right? Like, they're very interactive, a lot of back and forth. These Blue-White pseudo-mirror matches have a lot of play to them in Modern, it feels like. Is red water the blood of... Yeah, after we finish winning this match, Declan, I'll let you drink the blood of our opponent. I think I want a Field of Ruin there. Celestial Colonnade here, just so I can get another island out of my deck. I think I just want more islands with what my hand is right now. Field of Ruin one of my colonnades in response? Sure. Oh, I should have floated mana there, technically. Probably doesn't matter. And again, like, the onus is on my opponent to kill me because they're down on clock, so, like, I'm kind of just hanging out. Really like to hit a land drop here. Maybe playing this is wrong. I can see a world where playing this is wrong because it puts the shields down a little bit, but I've got Negate plus Stroke, but, like, I've just got so many Cryptic Commands I'd like to have them up. Like, if they have, like, Cryptic plus 2 counters here, I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. And we had someone donate for it, so, you know, I like playing. Decks like this are sweet. And generate, like I said, they generate genuinely good games of Magic. No, the strategy on time is completely different in Paper because of how draws work. Hopefully they don't get to untap and do something too scary here. They get to Rev, that's kind of annoying, but, like, again, our hand's just full of Cryptic Commands, so, like... I much prefer Magic Online to Paper Magic in terms of, like, how draws work, for sure. It's like, Magic Online punishes people that play slowly, and Paper does not. Paper rewards people that play slowly. Just like a Rev for a million. Elspeth, sure. Yeah, if I was up a game, I wouldn't be in a rush to win the second game, that's for sure. Looks like we're probably gonna lose this game because of that Kitchen Finks turn. I should have focused on getting lands.
More eggs.
Hopefully this is a negate, not a logic knot. Alright, no dispel, please.
Post. Hi. Run.
It's deck LAN. There's no extra D at the end. LAN. Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna get to beat us down really quick here. I guess I get to try and jam this Gideon with Cryptic up.
Yes. It's this one. This one is.
That's scary.
This one. This guy. The one showing my animals.
Only have 2 cards left.
My bin.
Kill that.
My pigeon. My action. My action. Ben. My action. Ben. Ben. My action.
Hopefully they cast a spell at our end step, and then we could counter it, and then... I don't think I'm supposed to bounce this aggressively. I think I let them get 1 draw out of it. Declan, we're almost done for the day, okay?
I'm done?
Almost done. Almost.
I'm done? The mirage that. No! Ow! Boo! 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 Oh! Boo! Are you down? She's down. I kick you down.
Pretty good chance they find a way to counterspell this or kill the Gideon. If they find a way to do both, we're gonna be in a little bit of trouble. Declan, do not grab Daddy's monitor. No, Declan.
I'm in the car. I'm in the out.
They have a lightning bolt too here. We could be in trouble. Well, that's a good draw. That's a good draw. That goes a long way towards decking our opponent. Or timing them out, I should say. Go.
This one.
That's unfortunate. I need a Glittering Wish now because my verdicts are on my board. Man, I boarded out a Glittering Wish too. Maybe that was a mistake. I think I'm supposed to down tick this Jace to try and find a wish here. Search of her own. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can play this search plus still have Cryptic Command and Path up. Do this in response here. In case they don't already have a counterspell, they do. So we're digging for, again, looking for Glittering Wish here. Now, I think I just want to maximize my chances of finding Glittering Wish, and playing Search for Azcanta does that. Yeah, so all of these dorks have to attack Gideon, but the angel gets to attack whatever it wants. That's unfortunate. This kills Jace. I'm gonna get to flip search for it. Wait. Oh, and then they get to electrolyze this, and then... Is this lethal on me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 11, so they're gonna need to put me to... See how they attack here? Whether or not they kill Jace. They probably want to send an extra one at Jace here, right? So are these 4 attacking Jace and this one lights up so it's attacking me? How do I tell who they're attacking? Me. Oh, there they are. Okay, yeah, so all of those are going at Jace and this is going at me. Alright. I'm gonna preserve my health total and path this Geist. There's Angel token. So I have 3, and then so I have exactly enough to flip Azcanta, get Wish, cast Verdict. Would you like to put Negate into your bin? I would. We just want a Glittering Wish at this point. I would like to transform this. I have exactly enough mana to cast Glittering Wish and Supreme Verdict here if we hit it. We did not, because we're very unlucky. Well, that's really unfortunate. It's like genuinely unfortunate. Wow. Wow. Alright. Okay. Well, those are the beats sometimes, I guess. That's, yeah. It was like 0% to win. Maybe I shouldn't have boarded out. Although we didn't find the Disenchant either, right? I boarded out the extra wish for a Disenchant. I'm not going to search with Path because I know there's a bunch of non-wish cards in the bottom of my deck. The problem is that we've taken so much damage now that our health total is really low that they're probably going to be able to pull this out with burn spells, depending on how many of those they have left in their deck still. Yeah, I think I'm just going to 5 here and holding this extra path for potential Colonnade later. I don't know, it's possible I should stay at 7, so it takes 3 burn spells to kill me, but like, how many bolts can they have left in their deck post-board? I don't think that's true. Alright, sure. I deserve that one. Yep, good beats opponent. So we would have lost regardless the way everything lined up, even if I would have left that in there. I don't think the fight over the Kitchen Finks was wrong. I think preventing them from drawing with the Cryptic Command was good. They had to have like exactly Elspeth there. I think we would have been able to beat Sphinx's Revelation or any of their other. What did I do wrong in game 1? What did I do wrong in game 1? It was a long time. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. We've been playing this league for 3 hours. Control decks are long. I don't know. This deck's fine in Modern. Blue-white control is fine. I just feel like the amount you have to work for your wins isn't proportional to the power level. No, that didn't matter. Didn't search for chat at the end. Like, that just, like, takes an extra 10 seconds off their clock. So, yeah, if you're looking for something kind of neat to play and you like control decks, I think this is fine. So, Heroes Union is actually kind of sweet. I actually didn't realize that this targeted players when we put it on the board. I was like, I just want a card to hose burn, but the fact that this, like, kills most Death Shadows, too, is actually kind of sweet. Alright, I'm signing off for a while. Jace will be home from school soon. I'll be back in about 2-ish hours after I feed the kids lunch and put Declan down for his nap. So, thanks for watching, folks, and I'll catch all of y'all in a little while. Peace.